So hey there guys, I've just watched episode 10 of season 3 of Attack on Titan, Shingeki no Kyojin. It was an interesting episode, a huge flashback, an interesting one, really interesting. Gonna go through the thing. And we lost Kenny, but we won the conflict. It's if man, I'm starting the discussion. So the direction is in the description. Links are there. Watch it and go back here if you want to listen to the discussion. And the discussion like already started, but yeah, it starts right now. And let's go watch what's up. So we start with, I suppose it's a preparation for Historia's coronation. And then we see Levi scouting the this underground cavern, and you can actually see it's huge. Those columns or whatever, like pillars, huge, massive. Like it's a very big place. It was a very big place. There's still quite a lot of. Let me check the word. Quite a lot of space, man. I'm forgetting such simple words. Quite a lot of space there. How can I? It's ridiculous. And the guy runs towards Levi. It says about Kenny. Levi's jokes about the guy shed himself. Like it's normal for Levi. Friends. So the episode called Friends. And yeah, Kenny and Uri, Race were friends. A weird ones, but they were friends. So we start with the crazy stuff. Oh, it's very loud as well. We start with the moment they met. So I suppose Kenny tried to kill them. To kill the king. For the reason, I suppose, because his grandfather, told him that the king is bad. They don't like Ackermans, and that's why Kenny felt the power. He started killing military police, and and then he ended up trying to kill the king as well. And someone told Kenny about that, and the guy later on, like, being killed by Kenny, I suppose, because Kenny gave gave the king the information about this guy. So murder attempt failed because Yuri, he didn't even transform into full Titan. He just used his half Titan to grab Kenny. And Kenny was impressed. Like, it is the first time. It's not like our guys who lived in Shiganshina, who were there, like, who could probably see Titans out of a window, basically. Because they were coming from there. They're living here in the center of a city, of a central wall, so they never saw Titans before. They just heard about them. And Kenny's like, I'm the most powerful, and then, like, bam, huge arm grabs him. And yeah, Kenny, like, was surprised that he saw quite a powerful guy here, and that's, like, quite an interesting detail as well. There's a horse near the like this cart, and there's a horse, and I know her face is a bit twisted, but she's okay. Like, she's okay. It's like normal horse. She's living here, but later on you can see her being dead. I don't remember the exact frame where it was. I'm just trying to gonna skip to it. But she was dead for some reason. Oh, there you can see. There you can see the horse. She's dead now. Poor horse. So yeah, and the road race targeted Kenny. So the conflict started. And Kenny threw the knife at the guy. He blocked it like a badass. And I can see Uri's Titan. It's not that big compared to what Road Race ended up being. It's like normal Titan, more close to 15 meters, I suppose. So it's just Road Race transformed into this Godzilla-looking thing. And Uri, he sensed that this is an Ackerman. It will not work, and Uri understands that there's a history that led to this outcome that Ackermans now are the word they were using. I mean, they're not welcome. Um, and that's the reason they're angry on royal family, and Uri feels like this, like the guy who knows everything. He was speaking about the fact that like this is going to end bad, something like that. We're gonna get to that, but it's very interesting. And Uri's eyes are like shining with the purple color. So Kenny, scared shitless, starts screaming like some ridiculous stuff, but deep inside he was understanding. Like, man, I've encountered such a um, how like such a big person, not just a physically big, but mentally and like just this huge human being, an impressive one. Can't even tried to shoot him, but he was like he asked him. I know how long persecuted the word. I know how long the Ackerman family has been persecuted in our name, and he asks for forgiveness, and he's like, unfortunately, you cannot kill me now. But is it true? You cannot kill him because what? Because he is a Titan, an intelligent Titan. So you cannot kill them. You're telling me that you cannot kill them at all. Or if you're gonna explode them whole, it's not gonna kill them. They're gonna regenerate out of what part of their body? If it's like in the Titan thing with a little place on their neck, can you like slice the neck then? Are they actually immortal? Or he was saying that because of something like other than that? I know they have like crazy regeneration, but I never thought they're like absolutely invulnerable. At least other Titan can kill the Titan. Because Grisha killed Frida in the end. And Kenny was impressed by this guy bowing with such incredible power, bow his head to a sack of shit like Kenny. He was like, whoa. And he decided to serve him. I suppose to understand his vision, because he felt the weight of this guy. More than witnessing his Titan form. Yeah. I told Yuri I wanted to work with him. And he nodded. And that's how Kenny ended up being in the military police. As soon as he got the... And here's the guys. Those guys who were with the king in the king's room. They're also there. And then Kenny visits his... it ended his family's persecution, by the way. So by doing that, he helped his family. And then, yeah, he visited his sister that looks pretty dead. And she is dead. And there's little Levi sitting there also. Man, what a what a story you have, Levi. You're a struggler, to be honest. So they meet each other. They never shared their names, though Kenny knew it was Levi. It was Ackerman, but Levi never knew that Kenny was Ackerman as well. He just said like, I'm just a friend of Kushel." Kenny always like walking around with his clothes being all in blood. What's up with that, man? You're just killing people like instead of smoking cigarettes or something. And oh, I'm stressed. I need to kill a few people. Like, oh, that's nice. And Kenny, even though he said in the end that I'm not, I cannot be a parent, but he was at least at some point to Levi like his only kind of father figure. He was not teaching him how to like fish and how to be good in mechanics like our normal fathers do, but he teach him how to live, how to survive in this world, how to grab a goddamn knife and how to use it. And this skills helped Levi to survive in this cruel world. And Levi got really strong. I mean, I know he got the power. He has this awakening, and that's pretty nice development. Because as far as I understand now, not every Ackerman has this moment in his life. So Levi was kind of fortunate, and Kenny helped him, fed him. Poor Levi looked like a dead man as well. Just look at this. He's like a ghost. And Kenny showed how to deal with problems. And then we switch to men. It's very weird. So the king and few chosen people, maybe 10, 15 people, are there praying to him. And it doesn't. They don't care about who is here. Is this Yuri, Uri, or Frida? And I suppose Historia would have been here if not the whole situation that was in the previous episodes. They're praying to her because, as Rod said, they worship it like a god. Not it, him, her, him, them. But it's just a few people. You're so thankful that you can live happily because, like, you're a friend of a king and your memories are not getting erased and you're living in the very good place and you don't care about other people dying. It's just it would make so much more sense if this religion, like king being a godly figure, would have been common. Not goddamn wolf's religion, but a king religion. And this religion may say like your king is actually a titan god or something. And I mean, but then again, how can you explain that? Why the fuck titans are attacking us? But then again, why the fuck with this power would you not shoo them away? Just just make an invisible. I mean, but then again, titans should come, b- and if they're not coming, there's no reason to have the walls fuck me in the butt. Such a complicated stuff. So yeah, it's you cannot have this religion out of the walls, out of this little room. Ay. And this is interesting because they're actually worshipping them like a god. And I still cannot forget that part with Ymir. King Blood, being a goddess. It felt like they worshipped Ymir the same as these guys are worshipping Uri is this. Because they also worship someone with king blood that's kinda like a god, you know? It really feels very, very similar. Though here it's a very close religion. I mean, Ymir's religion was also pretty close, but it was for a just normal people. Just for the believers. You want to believe that, you can believe that. But these guys, they're here because they like they I mean, what's the word? They got goods basically from doing that. And like, thank you. If I was, if I would have been like super rich, my house was been made out of gold and diamonds, and there was like huge piles of money here and there. I can also build a religion. You know, I can give money, and people gonna pray to me like as a god. Because just as long as I give them money and make their lives happier, and like they gonna pray like, oh, oh my god, like to the goddamn extinguisher. I'd be using this like a bow to that thing, and like he bows and I give him $100. Like kiss it, and he kisses us, and I'm giving him another like 500. No, that's evil. I'm not gonna do that. I'd I'd probably have all the hundreds of dollars to myself. But anyways, what am I speaking about? It feels like these guys are the same. Just they are having goods from this religion, and that's why they like, yeah, yeah. Of course, you're the king. You're the best. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Give us more money. Give us more wealth. Give us a better position. Oh, you know, my son has graduated. He also needs some more position as well, and he's also gonna be praying, of course. Just a every country in the world have kind of like this as well. There's an important guy, a president, a king, whatever. Maybe even some huge ass businessman who can also manipulate politics. And there's guys who know the guy, there's guys who know the guys, and they live this good. They have cars like millions of dollars, not millions, a lot of money. While we normal people, I mean, we can have a car, but not like this Rolls Royce stuff and Maserati and Lamborghini, right? But for them, it's like okay, it's not like they're they have so much money because they just are um, that smart and stuff. No, a lot of them is not that smart. They just know a guy who know a guy, and at some point their life was happy enough, was not happy, was fortunate enough to give them that opportunity. I'm not saying that everyone who has a big who has a lot of money is like that. Quite a lot of people achieved that by their by actually being smart and using their money and investing and being um, innovative. But mostly it's because like I have a rich father who knows other guy and yada yada and yada yada, and that's sad because there's quite a lot of very smart people. The people who, if they had this opportunity, if they had this opportunity, it like they can change the world even for better and make it a better place with their ideas. But they just cannot realize it without money, without the support, and this is sad. So this world, unfortunately, only the strongest um, rule the world. While being the strongest doesn't mean you're the best. But yeah, man, this little picture went me like so far away. And Sun is The way he looks, I mean, Sanes is definitely worshipping this. He's like, oh yeah, I love you. I'd like to kiss you. His face is like absolutely, he's loving what he's seeing, and he's like, I'm gonna kill. If he's gonna tell me to kill, I'm gonna kill. Cause just how can you not do that if you're going to be asked that kindly by this type of a person? And Road Race was always there behind him. Goddamn Road Race. Even though I kinda changed opinion about him a bit, I still think he was the like not a good person. So Levi, Kenny leaves Levi. Then the interesting dialogue. It seems strange for a monster to be undone by age and disease. So, so the intelligent Titans, they age and they have disease. So it's not like they're immortal. They're just physically invulnerable. But the goddamn diseases, it's the same as being cut, but in a different way. So what's up with that? And they look quite older, both of them. It's like how many years passed? 10 years? Or something. We can probably count, but I can probably count, but I'm not gonna do that because the moment when Kenny was speaking with the blonde girl, it was 2 years after the event, and at this moment Yuri was already dead. 8 years ago, they were saying that Frida got that power 8 years ago from now. So it was 3 years prior to the event of Shiganshina. And this picture I'm looking at when Uri and Kenny are looking at some beautiful water, like ducks and stuff. It's 3 years because Kenny said like I never saw him before. So it was 3 years before the wall Maria fell. You disappoint me. That's not quite right. This power will be passed down to Rod's children. In a sense, I will live on in their memories. I mean, you're gonna live in their memories, but it's not like you're gonna live. It's very different. It's like if we had an ability to somehow uh, convert our whole memory into the computer, like on a hard drive, and then the person dies, then of course you have his memories there, everything he remembers, but there's no consciousness there. There's no intelligence there. There's no persona there. There's no nothing there. He's not gonna live there. You're just gonna have like you just can watch how he lived. It's different. It's not living. It's like watching a movie with an actor who died. You know, you look at him and he looks so lively, and you just cannot believe that the guy's dead for like 15 years already. But it is true. It's just he's not alive. You know that. You just look in the past. What does that mean? You can pass down that power. Oh, and Kenny didn't know that you can actually pass down that power. And Kenny was so his whole dream was to get this power, was to feel what Uri was feeling, to get this deep understanding of everything, to have the little philosophic vision and stuff. I just don't have enough words to describe it in English, but this is a really interesting dream. He wanted to see this world the way Uri saw it. And when like in the previous few episodes, when he learned that you cannot do that, you just have to be king blood for that, he was so pissed. And the goddamn ducks again. It won't be long before this world begins. And again, so he says it won't be long before this world begins to crumble. So he predicts that, or he knows that. Because there can be two explanations for that. First explanation is that he actually like understands that living inside the walls, it leads nowhere. Even though he lives in the time where there was no attack on Shiganshina yet, still uh, he feels that sometime it might end. You just cannot live here. You people want to live free, and they're showing the ducks like those free creatures as well. And the second idea is that like they have the memory thing, they can look at the past. Maybe they can somehow look at the future as well. And he says like it won't be long before this world begins to crumble. And now actually with Rod Reis being killed, with Historia is a queen, and the leaders of humanity are basically people who wanted to be free. Erwin, Eren, Pixies, guys who like, yeah, like there's we have to stop living here. We have to like fight. We have to deal with that. 100 years of doing nothing. But it's time for us to act, and basically that happened. The world began to crumble. The world we know, we lived in for such a long period of time. Maybe he was referring saying that, and this like memory thing somehow like they can see future. This is interesting, but I suppose I don't think he means that exactly. I suppose he just understands that people cannot live enclosed for that long period of time. And from humanity's fading twilight, I hope to construct a lasting paradise. Basically, that was the will of a king to construct this paradise as he said it, and so people will live there and erase the memories. But it's just a time thing. You can live that for some time like that, but then Bertolt's gonna knock the door, like literally knock it the hell out away, and you're a believer in the power of violence, yes, an unavoidable truth of our world, though. So yeah, and he's telling that we became friends because of your aggression, because of the violence. But it's not. It's kind of Kenny had this violence, but Rod Race was more powerful than that. Not Rod Race, Yuri was more powerful than that. It's not like they both were violent. But violence helped as well. It's very your situation is very weird, guys. So and then Kenny says that he never saw him again after that. And then we see Frida with the same eyes. She knows what's up, and Kenny's here looking quite sad. I mean, they were friends. That was for sure they were friends. If anybody has that power, would they be the same way as you? He was just so impressed by Uri, so he really wanted that power. He wanted kinda to Uri live inside of him. That's interesting. Like such a bad guy, but wants such nice thing. Kind. I mean, he probably could have used that power to kill people as well, but he really wants it because of the this deep part of this power. And then he explains to the guys, to the military police, the whole situation. So this is going to be like a special squad, but I'm not gonna use it as intended. I'm gonna use it like because I want to use that the way it is. And there's a girl like I don't care, I don't care. She's also quite weird. I'm not gonna spend a lot of time analyzing the girl who's like a very secondary character, but she's interesting. Even like having this small uh, part in the story, she's still interesting. It's just she just doesn't care. The don't care girl. And Kenny's like, this is the girl I need. And they were together. All we do was follow the rules and climb the ladder. Now we're here. She's disappointed, I suppose, in her life and in the way like everything works here. She wants to change the world. And Kenny's like smiling. I choose it or something like that. You're gonna love it. And so they built this squad. Though everyone died in the end. It's quite sad, you know. And then we switch to Levi and Kenny. So Kenny stole that syringe bag thing from Rod's bag. He was playing that all along. Man, Kenny, too bad you haven't stealed this armor and other things. There, I don't even know what's more important: to have an ability to create other Titan at some point, or to have a new power up available. Should give me, and yeah, he's the whole situation. He understands that he can inject it. It kinda can prolong his life, but it's not going to be Kenny anymore. It's going to be stupid as Titan Kenny. I wonder if you inject that into an Ackerman who have the power active, will the Titan be super powerful as well? Like, just imagine yourself stupid big Ackerman. It's dangerous. And Kenny somewhere inside of it. It's dangerous. So he did not inject that. And there's quite an interesting dialogue then. Yeah, I don't want to die, but I wanted power. But I think, like everyone, I think I finally understand why he did what he did back then. Everyone is a forget the word. Is a victim of a power, something in common. Woman, alcohol, women. I mean, not woman. Their faith. Everyone have to be slave to something. Dreams, children. Was these children? Was this Levi's mom? This is not Carla, right? This is Levi's mom. Man, she was so beautiful. God damn you, Attack on Titan with killing another woman. She has Levi's eyes. Just look at that. She's looking like a Levi. Such a beautiful woman. I hate you, Attack on Titan, for killing her. Power. Everybody had to be drunk on something to keep themselves going. Well, I mean, yeah, it's called like life goals. You probably can live with doing nothing and trying to achieve nothing, but it's not like a very nice life. You're gonna suffer because you have to have at least some goal. For us, like normal people, we at least like not normal, modern people, we at least have to work because we need money. We need some buy some stuff for us. So we at least want that. But then again, there's family. There's like other goals and dreams. So it's basically true for everyone. Everyone was a slave to something, and yeah, and Uri was also a slave to his power, I suppose. He had the power of knowledge, and he couldn't do anything with it. He just lived with it and died with it. That's what those kings' blood seems to have, all of them. Frida was also like this. She was like playing happy with Historia, but then you can see that she was not happy. I really want to know what they see to become like this. And poor Kenny starts dying there. And Levi, Kenny tells him that he's his uncle. And Levi asks, "Why have you left me?" But Kenny tells, "Because I'm not a father. I helped you as much as I could, but I cannot be a father." And poor man dies right at this moment and gives Levi the box with the syringe. Just even though they fought, even though Kenny tried to shoot Levi, actually could have killed him at some point. But in the end, just in the beginning of the relation, like just in the beginning, they met, they were close, then they split, but in the end they still ended up being together. And that's nice that Kenny ended up dying near the closest person to him. And Levi as well. For Levi, like who's the most closest person except for Kenny for him? Like he has a lot of friends. He has Commander Erwin and Hanji, and our guys now are also his friends. Like he was even smiling. Levi was smiling. This I remember the guy in season one when he was always sad. Everyone was dying. It was painful to watch his face, but now he actually smiled, even though he lost Kenny. But it's nice that they had this moment together. And it's nice Kenny gave us the syringe. It's important to have it. But then again, poor Kenny never thought this guy who shot a poor Nifa in the face in the first episode of season 3, almost gonna like bring me to tears. Almost. I was almost there, guys. If they like keep it for like 30 more seconds, I would lose. And then, man, Historia. Queen Historia. I'm not gonna be able to marry you, I suppose, anymore. Because who I am compared to you. And Marlo and Hitch are here, my guys. Marlo still with the stupid as haircut of his. But Hitch looks serious. She had this playing persona before, but now she's much more serious girl. And Hanji and reporters and What's his name? How can I forget you? Reeves. There was a Demo Reeves and his something F Reeves. Flegel Reeves. Everyone's here, everyone's happy, and Erwin is impressed that. So Historia told him that I have to deal the finishing blow, and the people should see, and there should be wow, and she actually did that. And Erwin's impressed. Like, man, who could have who could have even imagined that this is going to happen? And then they're going, and so as far as I understand, they're discussing this part. Mikasa told at some point to Krista, "You should punch Levi for something." I don't know why, but there was something there. And he's when she became a queen, and she's like, "I'm a queen. I'm going in." I mean, guys, do you even realize that this is a queen? This is a queen. You're going near the queen in the like night thingy, the girls wear in the bed. Man, Historia. And she's like, the powers up. Does this the the weakest punch ever? And everyone's so impressed. My God, you punched Levi. Levi, actually, Levi seemed like very sad at this moment because he lost Kenny, his his relative. I mean, Mikasa is kind of his relative now, but everyone's here is like shocked. But Mikasa is happy. You can see her face. She's like super happy that happened, and Levi is happy because you have like they're your team now. It's not a very good habit for Levi's teams dying left and right, but it's nice they're all together. And then we switch to this crazy scene. So there's Reiner, I suppose unconscious. How can you? How the gorilla made was able to deal with him? It feels like he was done with like brutal force. Bertolt is here. He's like half dead. Like he's some armor of his. He's like, "What's up with you, Reiner? What happened? What's up with the gorilla?" We don't know what the gorilla power is. I mean, he can use, he can throw, he can speak, he can somehow control titans, and maybe even transform people into titans. Though I'm not sure about that. But maybe he have like superpower as well. Here he is. I won. So they had some conflict, I suppose. You boys can save Annie later. So they had conflict, like they wanted to save Annie, but he's like, no, we have to. Bertolt's not happy. Don't you agree that retrieving the coordinates should be our top priority? Were you outside though, or you were just there on the wall? And he gets out of it, man. What's up with you? All we have to do is wait here for them to come to us. So they're, I suppose, in Shiganshina. Because Reiner knows about the basement. So the monkey is with them. Though they don't have like a very nice friendly relationship that looks like this. He cleans his glasses. What's up with you, man? And then they show us his eyes. like looks like almost intentionally, but I cannot. Like eyes are eyes, and he kinda a bit resembles Grisha with the glasses. But other than that, I cannot say anything about the guy. Just he has like a great body. My God, you lift up or something, and this is not lift up, lift. Anyways, that was the episode. It was quite a long discussion. I was saying nothing. It feels like I was saying nothing, guys. Sorry if it was not interesting, but you could at any time you can turn that off, make it dislike and stuff, and write a angry comment like you stupid. So yeah, quite an episode. What's 2 episodes left? What there's going to be there then? What's left? Monkey's far away. Something else gonna happen. Something's bad might happen. I'm afraid. You know what I don't like? I don't like the fact that we have a syringe now, and I don't like the fact that there's Historia, the only royal member now. You kind of connect this two, and it might end up not very good, because I was discussing that in some previous discussions that Grisha tried to kill every single royal member, but even if we kill everyone, there's still Historia, the hidden one, and I don't feel like she's very safe at the moment. But we're gonna see. Thank you guys for watching. See you in the next episode, in the next video. Have a nice day. Bye bye.